Oh boy, today is the day. Today is the first day that I'm starting my starter dose of Humira. And basically I have to take these 2 pins and I have to inject them into my stomach. This is my Humira rep calling me. Let me answer this because she's gonna walk me through this entire process. Now, before I take my injections, let me talk a little bit about getting the medicine delivered to you because that was one of my main concerns. Somebody online sent me a message that was really smart that I hadn't thought of, and he said, when you get your starter pack, do not take it immediately. Wait 2 to 4 weeks and get behind schedule so that you can order your prescription and have that in hand, and you'll actually now have a month and a half of medicine. You'll actually have 2 months of medicine in your hand so that if you need to travel, you're always able to get more pins because you actually have 2 extra ones in your refrigerator. So that's what I wound up doing. I had the starter kit, which I'm about to take here in a minute, delivered to me, and then I waited 2 weeks so that I could call in my prescription, and then the plan was to come back to Charleston and start this medicine like I'm going to do today. But in the meantime, I wanted to have my medicine delivered to my house where I'm living in Puerto Rico so that I could guarantee that that drug would be delivered in Puerto Rico even though it's being delivered all the way from Illinois. It's crazy, it has to be shipped overnight. Well, long story short, I filled my prescription. I told them that I needed it delivered on Friday or on Monday because on Tuesday, I was flying back to Charleston. They told me that would be no problem. It would be delivered on Friday, and I gave them the address to Puerto Rico. On Friday, the next day, I tracked the shipment on my app, and I saw that it was out for delivery in Charleston, not Puerto Rico. So I immediately called my pharmacy. They freaked out and said, oh my gosh, somebody in their office printed off the wrong shipping address, and they are going to try to intercept the drug here in Charleston and have it redirected to Puerto Rico. Now keep in mind, this drug has to be refrigerated and has to be between like 34 degrees and 48 degrees at all times. Otherwise, the medicine will go bad, or you have to take the medicine within 14 days after it heating up. So long story short, the drug never was delivered in Puerto Rico on Friday. It never made it on Saturday. Because my pharmacy is closed on the weekends, I couldn't call them to complain about it. And because it was now going through a third-party carrier, not UPS, but rather a truck that was refrigerated, they had no tracking to give me on Friday. So I couldn't track the shipment. I stayed home all weekend waiting for this delivery. It never came. It never came on Monday. Monday I called the pharmacy and they said, that medicine is probably bad now, so we're gonna have to ship you another box of 2 pins. Basically $5,000 of medicine was completely destroyed because the pharmacy got the wrong shipping address. I had to fly back to Charleston the next day, so I just flew back. I'm about to take this medicine here, but in the meantime, my refill is being delivered today. So at any moment, it should show up at my doorstep. But the big takeaway from all of this is I still don't know how easy it is to get this delivered in Puerto Rico, and that's where I'm living now. So I'm starting my medicine today, but then in 2 weeks, I'm gonna have to do another refill. So hopefully if I do a refill like on Monday or Tuesday instead of Wednesday, I'll be able to have it delivered to me in a timely fashion. I know that was a big long rant, hopefully that made sense, but I'm gonna wait for my rep to call me and then she's gonna walk me through all the steps that I need to do to take these first doses, and I thought it would be fun to do this on video so that you could see the process, or if you're a Crohn's disease patient, or if you have any of the other conditions that Humira treats, you'll be able to see how easy this is because really these videos in many cases are for you guys out there who are thinking about taking Humira. Good, how are you doing? I am back and I have just taken my medicine out of the refrigerator and I am ready to do this. So I was informed that my Humira rep cannot actually be on the phone and be on video. So instead, I'm going to walk through the process with her over the phone, but I'm gonna have to edit her out, but you're still gonna see the whole injection process live as I do it. So I have the medicine that's been out for 30 minutes now, and I have the alcohol prep that I guess the pharmacy sent me. I haven't taken any doses yet. They both say 80. This says September 2020. Both of these pins look really clear. I don't see any fogginess. There is a bubble, but they look as expected. I think for this, I want to do both injections into my stomach. I've read that that might be the least painful area, and I figured let's do that for both of these doses. So I could go 2 inches from the belly button on the left and then do the second shot 2 inches from the belly button on the right side. Okay, I might do 1 dose on one side and then the other injection on the other side. So I'll just open these up and take these out of the packaging. All right, so I got these 2 pins ready, and then I'm just gonna swab one side of my stomach and then let that air dry. All right, I'm gonna do my right side first. I don't have a lot of fat on me, so hopefully I can get a good pinch out of this. Gray cap pointed straight up, so the 1 is up in the air. All right. Okay, so the next step is pull cap 2 straight down, and that reveals, I guess, the plunger. I'm gonna pinch a bit of skin. I'm gonna put the plunger up to it, 90 degrees towards my back. Hand is wrapped around the pin, thumb is above the plunger, and I'm about to push this in 3, 2, 1. I didn't even feel that. But I'm gonna count to 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So pull it straight up and off. That hardly felt like anything. That was the easiest shot ever. Okay, yeah, I don't think I will need a Band-Aid for that. All right, ready to do number 2. That was much easier than I would have thought, especially after watching all those other YouTube videos. All right, so I'm gonna tear this open and swab down the left side of my stomach. All right, so here we go. 3, 2, 1. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And that was injection number 2. So this will now go into the sharps container. All right, well, I thank you so much for taking time out today, and that was much easier than I could have anticipated. All right, so as you saw, I just took 2 injections into the stomach. I'm pretty skinny, I don't have a lot of fat, and I have to say those were 2 of the easiest injections I think I've ever had. I recently hurt myself on an electric scooter, and I thought I broke my wrist. I went to the hospital and they had to give me a shot in the butt. That was one of the most painful injections I've had in a long time. Of course, I've had other injections in the arm. Maybe they sting a little bit. This one, literally, I don't think I felt the pin go in at all, the needle go in, and there was no burning sensation at all when the serum went into my skin. So literally, the worst part is the anticipation of hitting the button, but after you've done one of those, it's not a big deal at all. I mean, I could do 100 of those and not feel any anxiety at all. So overall, I have to say that was a pretty painless process. And now I get to see how well I react to this medicine. So I've read online that I probably won't feel anything the first couple weeks, maybe even the first couple months. So in 2 more weeks, I'm gonna have to take the next pin, which is also 80 milligrams. And then 2 weeks after that, I'm gonna be down to 40 milligrams every 2 weeks. So it might take, I don't know, 3 to 6 weeks before I see if this is really making any difference. I have to say, I felt pretty good the last month or so. I've been not really sticking to my diet. I've been eating pretty much anything I want. I've been trying to cut down a lot of the carbs and processed sugars. If you guys are about to start Humira and you're scared of the injections and you've watched the videos like I have and you're pretty anxious about it, I have to say the new citrate-free Humira does not sting at all, and the needles in these things are really, really tiny. I didn't feel it go in at all either. So I can't tell you what it was before because I never took the other medicine, but I have to say this was very, very easy to take, and I would not hesitate getting on this medicine if you're scared of injections or pain. So in the beginning of this video, I was talking about how complicated it was to get this delivered in Puerto Rico and how week 1, I've already ruined $5,000 worth of medicine. I didn't ruin it, but the pharmacy did by shipping it to the wrong address. Let's log into the CVS Specialty Pharmacy app and track this next package, which is supposed to be delivered today. Out for delivery today. So any moment now, I should have somebody on my porch delivering the medicine, and maybe at the very end of this video, I'll show you what these look like when they get delivered, because they come in these huge boxes, and it's refrigerated, it's got the ice packs and everything. And while I'm thinking about it, I also wanted to show you this. I just got this in the mail. This is the Humira travel pack, which is much smaller than the one that I've been traveling with. I've been walking all over the airport with this like lunch pail that's got freezer packs in it, and it's very large and it's hard to pack in your carry-on bag, and you definitely want to carry it on because you don't want to lose the medicine and then it gets warm. This thing's pretty cool. Look how small this is. Much smaller than what I had before, and it has an ice pack here in the bottom, an ice pack on top, and then you just put your pin in the middle, close it, and then this thing, I don't know, this is probably like 9 inches by 6 inches, so much smaller than what I had. So I'm probably gonna start traveling with this, and look how cute it is. It has my name on it and everything, so I'm excited to have this. If you want one of these, I think all you have to do is call your rep and they should be able to mail you one of these. So I might try to get a second one just so I can have one in Charleston, because I'm here sometimes checking in on my house, but then also one in Puerto Rico. Hopefully this will allow me to travel without worrying about the medicine getting warm. So again, just wanted to give you guys a little update. I know a lot of people were concerned about my health after the last video that I released. If you haven't seen that video and you wanted to learn more about Crohn's disease and my story, you can go to the link in the description below. I'll link to that video. So hopefully this will put me in remission, but I won't really know that until a year from now when I have another colonoscopy and my gastroenterologist will say, hey, there's absolutely no signs of Crohn's disease. So I'm gonna leave it with that. I'm gonna get out of here because we got a couple videos that we gotta film, and I gotta wait on this medicine, and I'm starving. I gotta eat. I gotta get something in my stomach. All right, Humira's in here. Fits right in the middle of my camera backpack. All right, so I had no idea that my first time flying back to Puerto Rico with Humira would be during a Category 5 hurricane. I'm actually going from Charleston to Miami. Hopefully that flight's not canceled, and then from Miami to Puerto Rico. A lot of people said, oh, why are you moving to Puerto Rico? You're gonna get hit by all these hurricanes. Well, guess what? Dorian didn't even hit Puerto Rico as a hurricane. And here I am in Charleston going to Miami facing a Category 5 hurricane. So hopefully I make this flight and hopefully everything stays cool. But oh my gosh, didn't expect this turn of events.